Cheating Death podcast is a satirical but objective information providing podcast, providing information about each and every situation under the sun. We are not religious nor political, merely litigious and a bit analytical. Your discretion in this matter is advised. On today's episode of the Cheating Death podcast, we advise you different angles on how you can see the sun. We provide you with an all-new top 5 list of more summer drinks, which most definitely will not be the last list this summer or fall. We provide you with an all-new business spotlight brought to you by CRDVC, a new joke of the episode, Annihilation Announcement, and more. So, dear listener, by now you know what to do. Grab a coffee, preferably of the iced variety, put your feet up, and let us tell you how you can cheat death. This is your news anchor, the Cleric of Chaos, and this is your Annihilation Announcement. Over the course of this decade, we have seen many a folly, both political and social. We have been impacted to such a degree that historians will look upon this time in a period of 25, 50, even 100 years from now, when the majority of us who are listening to this fine program are long since gone, there will not be a single timeline. There will only be the accounts of people, digital records if applicable. But what matters is the here and the now. We need to focus on what can be done to change not necessarily the system, but how we approach it, how we deal with it. The past 50 years have been all about the 9 to 5, the grind until you can't anymore type of mentality. Well, we are here to tell you that this is now an unfortunate tombstone in the land of the lost. We move forward with the trajectory of tectonic plates moving at the speed of a snail who has had too much to drink. There are no ways for us as a society to move forward until we acknowledge and we accept what must be done in order to change and in order to improve society. That does not mean holding people down. It does not mean holding people back. It means working together regardless of opinion, regardless of political or religious stance, and understanding that each and every single person around you has the right to a fair and to a safe and secure existence. We will not get anywhere warring with our words, destroying the denizens of pure decadence with our delirium. There is no escape from this current reality that we live in. So why aren't we trying our best to make it as beautiful as possible for everyone around us? We must work together, and we must try our best each and every day. If that means just getting out of bed to get yourself something to eat, or if it means closing a deal on a multi-million-dollar home, different things look differently from alternate angles. You have it within you to fight. This has been your news anchor, the Cleric Chaos, and this has been your Annihilation Announcement. Willkommen, meine Freunde. Guten Morgen, guten Tag und eine gute Nacht. Ist deine Reisende und deine Ausländer, deine Allesfresser, deiner Cleric of Chaos. And we are at the moment to where we have reached the point of relief, respite, relaxation. We have made it through another winter, the time in which we have to go outside and enjoy the decadence and the splendors of the sun have now finally reached us. However, there is still a glaring omission into certain elements as to how life proceeds. For you see, it may not necessarily be possible for some to see the sun, even when it is right in front of them. Now, what is meant by this particular metaphor? The notion of not being able to see the sun, even when it is right in front of you, alludes to a position of mind, a feeling, a current state of emotion, or a position to where one is mentally or physically not feeling very great. Depression, in other words, anxiety, psychosomatic, or completely legitimate situations of the mind and of the heart, which render the soul almost incapable of functioning. There are scenarios like this on a regular basis, to where people often fail to see their own brilliance, even when it is right before them. So as the summer approaches, we owe it to ourselves to look beyond that mirror that we often fall victim to when it comes to seeing ourselves from the same angle, from the same lens, from the same view that we are seeing ourselves in on a regular basis. No, we must look outside of our box. We must look outside of the angles, and we must understand that these particular perspectives that we hold, these feelings, these thoughts, these emotions, these opinions, they're under a gray sky. These particular days in which you wake up and or you are functioning, and you find yourself at a crossroads, so to speak, you are looking towards yourself in a detrimental way, in a manner that is not befitting of the courage that it has taken you to get to where you are now. You as a human being, you as an adult, you as a student, you as a professor, you as a retail worker, you as a race car driver, you as a professional athlete, you as an artist, you as a creator, you as a whatever your profession is, even if you are working on obtaining your career, there are several things that we all do that are absolutely detrimental to the way that we function as a society and the way that we function as people. And how we can see the sun when we normally find ourselves in the shade is to look inside of each and every single struggle and challenge that we have successfully gotten through. Did we get through them unscathed? No. Did they hurt? Probably. What is the scale of that pain? Only you are really truly fully aware. When you identify and you are able to appropriately look at yourself and smile and know that you got through the challenges that you found to be insurmountable at the time in which you were experiencing these things. That isn't just a coincidence. That isn't just, I guess we're just going to get through it. No, you earned that reprieve. You found a way out of your own internal struggle to get through, no matter how that looks. If it's waking up to make your bed, if it's being able to go for a walk down the street to have a look at some of the birds in the park, if it's trying to see just how far you can go on an adventure before you feel you have to turn back. All of these things are different angles and different ways that you can try to challenge yourself to see the sun from a different angle and from a different lens. Life isn't 1, 2, 3, or even 4 choices deep when you think about every option that's available to you. Some of them may be financial, some of them may be emotional, some of them may be physical. But we look at life as if we are always needing to catch up to other people, as if we are always needing to look towards someone else's success and try to emulate it as best we can. And the truth is that we just need to be happy. We just need to be content. We need to be proud of ourselves when we accomplish things. And by accomplishing something, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be of an enormous magnitude. It means that you did it. It means that you earned it. And when you look towards the sun and you see how it does its best to provide energy to all forms of life around it, you begin to understand just how hard that you worked. Thank you for tuning in today. Take care of yourself and each other. At the top of today's episode, we promised you another list of the delicious top 5 summer drinks. Given that the warm weather is finally upon us after what seemed to be an eternal winter, 5 more summer cocktail ideas may be right up your alley. Coming in at number 5, we of course have the Lemon Lime Spritzer. Grab yourself a delicious spritzer with a little bit of Absolute or a little bit of Smirnoff and you have yourself a delicious beverage. Coming in at number 4, we have the famous Long Island Iced Tea. Coming in at number 3, we have the Sex on the Beach. Coming in at number 2, we have the Mango Brise Citron, which is, of course, one of the most legendary liqueur-based beverages, which encompasses either a white rum, or if you are feeling fancy, grab yourself a Kraken Black Rum to accompany it. Coming in at number 2, we, of course, have the Tequila Strawberry Margarita, or the Fresa Margarita. And coming in at number 1, probably one of the favorites of all time, we have the Space Rocket Cocktail, which is essentially a blue raspberry, cherry, and lemon rum-based cocktail. What are your top 5 summer-based beverages? Email us at thecheatingdeathpodcast@gmail.com. Today's joke has been brought to you by the Cleric of Chaos. We all look at society as being this wide encroaching net. But what happens if it's a funnel? And what happens if we fall? Today's business spotlight has been brought to you by Chaos from Deutschland Venture Capital. If you have business challenges involving media, graphic design, consulting, implementation, organization, or employee retention, and much, much more, we have your solutions. The first business that we, of course, would like to focus on is based in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and ships to many a place globally. This, of course, is Oopsie's Chocolate, the finer representation of what chocolate bars used to be, the overall decadence and deliciousness combined with a brand new protein element to give you the boost that you need upon your day. Follow them over on Instagram at oopsies_chocolate and find yourself in a mixture of delicious variety with their outstanding variety pack at just over $70 for each and every single bar. There is something for every member of the family. Of course, moving forward, we would like to express great interest towards those of the Toronto area. Yes, if you are by Nathan Phillips Square, please feel free to visit Ed's Fry Truck, which is parked just outside of City Hall on the opposite side to where the concourse is and to where the paths are. You can find yourself a German sausage for as low as $3, French fries for as low as $2, and a hot dog and fries for the low price of just $2.75 on Wednesdays, $4 every other day of the week. And of course, what would this business spotlight be without looking at the finer establishment known as Keys Comedy Club? Yes, Keys Comedy Club, hosted by the one, the only, the legendary Key Epic, the man in whom has taken Toronto comedy by storm, so much so that he has yucks in an uproar. Yes, you should go to keyscomedyclub.com, take advantage of any one of their amazing specials and discounts on tickets, running shows almost every day of the week in the basement of 844 Bloor Street West. Get your tickets now. This has been the Business Spotlight, and this, of course, is your consultant, the Cleric of Chaos. Take care, and watch your stocks. If you would like to have your business featured on the Business Spotlight, feel free to email us at thecheatingdeathpodcast@gmail.com for rates and prices. We often say there is one planet in 8 billion different realities that dwell within our world. There is no easy way to go about trying to identify, illustrate, or exemplify what something can mean to someone else along their way, on their path, in their day. There is no easy answer for one particular person to provide to another, especially when it comes to a situation of great importance, whether it be emotional, psychological, physical, financial, or spiritual. We all take time to try to understand a little bit better each and every single day. But to what end? Is there some sort of treasure at the end of the road to where if we learn a certain amount that we reach a particular trophy or achievement? No. There is only further learning and further understanding. No matter the trajectory you yourself find yourself upon, there is always something to learn, always a new perspective, always a new angle. So if you find yourself in the shade and the clouds are cascading across the sky, and you find yourself within the deepest, darkest pit of their cover, one must look deep inside and see that there are multiple different angles and perspectives that you can see from within and from without. There is no way for you to truly know until you try. What's the worst that could happen? Thank you for tuning in today. Take care of yourselves and each other. The Cheating Death Podcast is brought to you by Nach dem Leben CRDVC, Cleric of Chaos, and where you can find all podcasts on all platforms. If you'd like to support the podcast, you may do so directly at any one of the links in the episodes or in the podcast's description. We'd like to thank Hunter Collins for his recent support to the Buy Me a Coffee Fund, and we'd also like to thank Maria for her recent support to the Injury Support Fund. If you'd like to support our friends at the podcast, you may do so at the pinned profile post at our Twitter page at twitter.com/weallcheatdeath. Please follow each and every single associate, producer, and fine friend of the program at the links in the episode's description. If you or anyone you know is experiencing psychiatric duress, domestic violence, drug abuse, gambling addiction, or any type of emergency, please conduct and consult any one of the toll-free numbers located in the episodes in the podcast description. If you or anyone you know is looking at adopting a playful puppy or cute kitten, please visit your local animal adoption rescue center. And remember, life has no easy trajectory. We must focus and find our way Remember, we're pulling for you. We're all in this together.